Alright, this is program 7 in week 9. This one is going to be doing a comparison between two integer numbers. So basically you're going to enter in two integers from the screen. You're going to do a comparison on them. You're going to return a value of 1 if the first one is greater, -1 if the first one is smaller, and 0 if they are equal. You are going to do this comparison in a method. Here is some code that you could do. This is all valid. This does work. I am going to show you in my program another way to do it. This is how I coded it. So once again, I am doing starting off with a method to actually get the data first. So I have created something called getInt, and then following that with a message. Did I spell that right? So getInt, just like we did the getDouble in the last one. So we're basically giving it a message, bringing that message down here, and then we're saying console write, and then whatever that message variable was. And then we are doing a parse of whatever the person enters from the whatever the user enters. We're going to parse that into an integer, put that into a variable, and we're going to return that variable back up to the main, and then use that to basically populate this variable num1. Do the same thing with num2 with a different message. And then we are going to say console writeLine, the result is, and then we're going to do a compare. So we're going to take those two num1 and num2, send those down to another method. This is called compare2. It's going to return an integer back. It's going to bring in two integers to it. And we are basically bringing in num1, we're going to say that is A. Num2, we're going to say that's B. So now we're saying we're going to create a variable called C. We're going to say if A is greater than B, we're going to give a 1. If they are equal, give a 0. Else C is going to be equal to -1. And we're going to return that value of C. So we're returning whatever our value is here. And that is going to come up. And that basically takes the place of all this. So our result is whatever the result of that method was. So let's watch this go. Enter an integer number, 2 and 6. The result is -1 because the first number was smaller. If we do the first number bigger, 6 and 2, that should give a 1. If we put in two numbers that are equal, 6 and 6, result is 0. Okay, so the reason we like doing methods, we have all this, see how we can crunch that down. That's our compare, that is our get integer, and then this is what our program looks like. Basically 4 lines, including one of them is just holding the screen. So basically 3 lines of code to do that program. Okay, so the code looks very compact, very easy to read. You can understand what is going on here quite simply, just if you understand what these calls are for. Okay, so this is how we want to get into coding from this point onwards, writing good methods and then calling them to do our programming. Alright, that is program number 7. One more to go.